My fellow humans, peace upon you. It is honor to me to introduce to you the human teriology. Human teriology is a catalogue for a human that is very simple, direct, and extremely easy in practice. But why this name, the human teriology? Because human teriology discusses and clarifies questions and mysteries of other teriologies concerned with human in all of his stages. Teriologies with basic questions. A lot of people live and die without getting answers for it. Some people may get answers, but wrong, rather than people who live and die without knowing these questions. You can know these questions, answer it, unlock all mysteries if your care and reactions to the world inside become similar to your care and reactions to the world outside. The logic question is, what is the world inside? What is the world outside? The world inside is the raw material of human. You should be a raw material you can use as a compass that direct, adjust, and correct your choices and decisions. A raw material by which the human inside becomes the master scene of all of your life situations in which you and only you will have the starring role. The world outside is people, notorious facts, and circumstances. People are similar to you as a kind, but different from you in everything. Notorious facts are everything in your life you have no rule in formation, construction, and present. Your circumstances are the result of interaction between you and the people and the notorious facts. As regards sequence of your life events, you react first with the world outside. So, as you react with the world outside, by all senses specialize you as human, you must react by the same senses with the world inside. If you do this, you will discover the human inside. Then you will become capable of having successful choices of things from the world outside that are not only suitable for him, but also necessary for its improvement, maintenance, and evolution. If you don't, either you know or not, this means execution of the human inside. Execution of the human inside means you will not become yourself. You will become just a copy, maybe corrupted copy of your concurrent or antecedent people, or maybe mix of both. To become yourself, to rescue the human inside, I design for you the human teriology, the catalog, which will answer the question, unlock all mysteries, and make the course of your life on the right direction to reach finally the target for which you already exist in this life. And as I told you, I call it the human teriology because it discusses and clarifies other teriologies concerned with the human in all of his stages. The first one, to be understood, you will come with me to one of my favorite places, the morgue. Favorite place? The morgue? How come? Okay, you will not be surprised when you know who am I. I am Abdou Elsharkawy, MD in Anatomy and Embryology. So, the morgue is a classic and interesting part of my day since about 15 years. And in the morgue, what we will find? We will find death. We will find cadavers. Death and cadavers means the afterlife. Also in the morgue we will find students. Simply students means life. Part of my specialty is the embryology, which is concerned with the human before he comes to life. Before life, life, and afterlife. This is the first teriology, which is extremely similar to another teriology, but always expressed in question frame: from where, and to where. As you see, these teriologies are concerned with stages of human life, but the third one is concerned only with one stage, which is life, during which the quality of life of each human and his destiny will be determined on the basis of patterns and attitudes used by him in management of relationships with three: Number one, relationship with the Creator, Allah, the Exalted, the Majestic. Number two, relationship with himself. Number three, relationship with the world outside. The next teleology is concerned with achievement or achievements done by human along his life and by which he always assessed his life whether valuable or not. This teleology is in the form of equation with two reactants. Reactant number one, the human, which is a miracle. Reactant number two, the world inside and outside, which are miracles. Now we have two miraculous reactants. What you should expect about the resultant? Sure, it will be achievement logically described as a miracle. Please never to be panicked from this phrase miraculous achievement, because when you know what this achievement is, you will be sure that it deserves this name, and its attainment is easy and available for any human, whatever his circumstances and qualifications. But if you didn't know, you know but didn't understand, you know, understand but didn't put in practice, I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry to tell you that you lose your soul and the purpose of your existence in this life, irrespective to another achievements already you have. Now let's summarize this. Three stages of life: before life, life, and after life. Three questions: from where, and to where. Three relationships: relationship with the Creator, Allah, the Exalted, the Majestic. Relationship with himself. Relationship with the world outside. Then equation of achievement. The miraculous human reacts with the miraculous world to give miraculous achievement. Great titles. Great title represents the basic core in the mind of each human. Each one of these titles deserved an infinite number of books done by scientists, philosophers, and intellectuals on trials for understanding and advancement of human and humanity. But phrasing of all of these titles in the form of suits, visions, and keys that are compatible with mind of human and exceeds the major demands of that mind, which are understanding, being persuaded, and the facility of putting in practice, will be done by, all of these will be done by the human teleology, the catalog, which will be introduced to you in 3 steps through 3 titles. 3 steps, 3 titles explain also my choice to the name, the human teleology. The first step will be introduced extremely sooner, and its title will be The Eternal Question of Humans. Why Allah created us? This question can be rephrased as, what is the basic purpose of existence of human in this life? I know you wonder why I started the catalog with this question. Because the catalog is designed for human, which is extremely complex in all of his aspects, and has a life that is full of conflicts since the moment of birth until the moment of death. So knowing and understanding the basic purpose of existence in this life makes a human capable of a choice which conflict he will fight for, and manage any conflict towards the advocacy of that purpose, even with the obligatory ones. Yes, sure, each human can manage, each human can challenge, each human can win only if he knew and used his built-in qualifications. Step number 2 will be introduced sooner, and its title will be The Professional Student. About the third of our average lifetime expended, and we have this title, Student. During this charming part of our lifetime, any event has direct reflectance on our personalities and our futures. This is why every human should manage this precious part of his life not only successfully but also professionally. No human chooses the circumstances that he born from and lived in, but any human should be capable of management of these circumstances, whatever it was difficult or even against him. Science, education, and students are my business along my entire life. I intensely noticed that science and education become like obligatory nightmare for majority of students. Instead of pleasure, perfect personality and future makeup, which are the basic targets of this stage. These students spend their time in depression, pain, suffering, and waiting for liberty moment where student stage becomes their past. These disappointing facts are against mind, against logic, against humanity, and against the progress of any nation. These disappointing facts are unfortunately present. This is why professionalism in management of a student stage of our life becomes a must. This is why I design book of the professional student. Yes, it's true. This book is designed for students, but I am sure it will be extremely beneficial to any human, even was 100 years old. Step number 3 will be introduced later, and its title will be The Professional Human. Now, the logic question is, what are the sources? Yes, I am care about this. I am care to tell you my sources, not only for your acceptance and trust, but also for inspiration of you to design your special suits, visions, and case. The first source is me. I mean the human inside me, which is the basic point of similarity between me and you, instead of marked discrepancy in our circumstances. Not only this, an infinite number of books, sciences I studied along my life. Books are present, sciences are present, but the question is how I understood. Not only this, also there is an infinite number of reactions with people present in my life. People are present, but the question is how I reacted. This also means me. Not only this, also there are circumstances where I born and lived. These circumstances are controlled by systems, traditions, and mores already present before I came to this life. Circumstances are present, but the question is how I impressed. This also means me. But actually, this me alone is not satisfactory source to design catalog for human. Me alone looks like one gear, which is useless unless fitted by another suitable, compensatory, and harmonic one. This one will be the holy box. So, holy box will be the second source. Sure. As the creator of human, Allah, the omniscient, sent this box for them to rule their lives. Instead of me and the holy box, great thing is still missing. It is the mediators between the holy box and the humans. These mediators give power to gears to move together, as they represent the living experiences, the inspired examples of humans chosen by Allah to receive these holy books. They are the prophets, whose their words, stories, situations with their believers and unbelievers will be the third source. You notice in your theology, even the sources are in the form of theology. Holy books, prophets, and me. Finally, before I leave, I want to tell you something about that bad voice screaming on my head most of the time I prepared for this work. This voice laughed at me and asked if I expect that my work will change anything in this world, and asked if anyone in this world is in need for my words, thoughts, visions, and case, I will be impressed by it. I will be honest with you. I negatively impressed and received a lot of times. I think many of you share me the same complaint and similar situations. I battled that voice by a voice of human inside me, who ordered me, do the thing you qualified to do. I believed in this and continued. But that question about spread and effectiveness of my work still counteracting me until I find it. Verses number 24 and 25, Surah Ibrahim in Al-Quran Al-Kareem, which states that, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, ألم تر كيف ضرب الله مثلا كلمة طيبة كلمة طيبة كشجرة طيبة أصلها ثابت وفرعها في السماء تؤتي أكلها كل حين بإذن ربها ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس لعلهم يتذكرون. صدق الله العظيم. Now, I certainly believe in doing my best and finishing my work is my decision. But its spread and effectiveness are not mine. They are the decisions of Allah. إلهي وسيدي ومولاي، إن كانت كلمتي طيبة كالشجرة الطيبة اجعل أصلها ثابت وفرعها في السماء، وأذن لها أن تؤتي أكلها كل حين. إلهي وسيدي ومولاي، بارك لي عملي. إلهي وسيدي ومولاي، أشهد أنك ربي لا رب إلا أنت، أشهد أنك إلهي لا إله إلا أنت. إلهي وسيدي ومولاي، أنت ربي لا إله إلا أنت، خلقتني وأنا عبدك، وأنا على عهدك ووعدك ما استطعت، أعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت، وأبوء لك بنعمتك علي، وأبوء بذنبي، فاغفر لي إنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت.